Every Wednesday, we ask you to send videos of issues you are having in your communities. Just a 1-minute video to send to us so that the whole nation will know the problems you're facing, and then we'll call on to policymakers to answer to those issues. The email, again, if you have not yet sent your videos, is hello@mrpresidenttv@gmail.com. You can also WhatsApp us those videos at 0550-585832, and we'll show them right here every Wednesday at 9:30. Now, last week we received videos about issues in La concerning public toilets, and we promised that we will be calling some of the leaders responsible for solving these issues to answer to them. And we have the MC with us, but we'll take a look at that video and then we'll talk to him.
Numo Nana Akufado. Problem for no okay, la kwe John Honey. One pabo fight, kono kwe or toilet. You or your army. Angana for so many years, ni agbele ekomeni yo lebi atola sani ocho mo ato ene ba ato ndani enye ni akui na nimi o won pabo fa na gbene won pa ko ke gbe ni ba fe abagba ake abawo no traditional council amen aka ama ake gota etwon wo hia mi ni wo hia mi je gota ni sana ke gbe got atom ewo ene me nefe wo ga akwe kona akwe ni atol gbejano to pepepe eyan ko ni wo mi ahye wo ka wo fon sike no fon sike ojogba no
president wo bia ni wala na wo vote wo ha bo na fi ni wo na ba vote wo ne to wo ye bia wo toilet e ko me fite abasa ke bia na yi wo to la life wẹ́rà náà fẹ́ ọyẹ́ pòròdù àbàpọ̀ bí ẹni fẹ́ yẹn káàbà fẹ́ gbà káàbà fẹ́ gọ́ta àfẹ́ wọ́n ṣí àmì gbẹ̀wò ní yọ kóòtù ẹgbẹ̀wò ní wọ́n bá fẹ́ gọ́ta kẹ́tọ́ mi ẹni mi fẹ́ gbàwọ̀ náà wọ́n pàlẹ̀ fàyè kọ́ni bá gbọ́mọdé ní kóòtù nìkẹ́ ní náà lẹ́kẹ̀ ládùmá yìí kó náà fọ́ máa kọ́ ẹ̀ náà afọwọ́ ìfẹ́ wọ̀ wọ́n pàlẹ̀ fàyè lẹ́kẹ̀ bá kọ́ náà fi ni wọ́n ní wọ́n kọ́ bá vote wọ́n ní wọ́n vote alẹ́ ní fẹ́ fàyè wọ́n sàn ní ẹ̀ náà.
So that was some of the issues we received from people in the LAC community about their public toilets. They talked about standing in line for sometimes hours just because they want to answer to nature's call. On the one hand, we're asking them to not engage in open defecation. On the other hand, we are not providing a great alternative for them to answer to nature's call in a more dignified manner. I do have with me Solomon Ni Kote, who's the MC of Lada Dekotopong. Good morning, Mr. Solomon.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for being with us. Can you please help us understand this problem a bit better from your perspective?
Thank you very much. The young man is talking about public toilets in their area that has been closed down. I think this was done, about a year and a half ago. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Please continue.
Yeah, this was done about a year and a half ago before I took over office. I was told the environmental officers went there and looking at the condition and the state of the toilets, they decided to close it down. Over there are two public toilets, one being operated by Lama Samokwe and then this one by the assembly, the one that got very bad. As we speak now, under 1 million per constituency, that project has been awarded to a contractor, but he has not moved to site, which I'm following up for him to move to site. They will demolish it and then put up a new public toilet. But in the interim, we have these Gamma toilets at the assembly. We've been going around encouraging them. You know, Gamma is paying about 2/3, and then they are supposed to pay 1/3. And from our MP's office, our MP is offering free toilets. You only have to register, and then they will come and do it for you in your house. So that is what we are encouraging. That it will be better, all of them have toilets in their homes. So that is what we are pushing. But with the public one, we are still working on it. But we are pushing and we are encouraging them to have toilets in their various homes. And that's the Gamma project.
So
Gamma is paying 2/3 and that's pay 1/3.
Okay, so Mr. Solomon, for the past 2 years that you've been there, how many homes have you helped get toilets under this Gamma project?
I've been there for the past 8 months, but looking at the records of the assembly, we've been able to provide about 1,200 toilets to private homes.
1,200 toilets?
1,200 toilets.
Because within this community, no one said they had toilets in their homes.
Provided, and then the one the NP2 has provided is about 1,200. That is the records we have in the assembly now.
So how do we get to this issue of people waiting in line for hours? Because it's one thing, you know, if you have space in your room, then maybe you can sign on to this Gamma project and then, you know, can get them to construct this project for you. We apologize for that. But what's the pipeline for solving this public toilet issue? Looks like we've lost him, but it is an interactive show, so wherever you are, let us know your thoughts. The hashtag is Breakfast Daily, and the WhatsApp line is 0550-585832. If you're outside Ghana and you would still like to contribute to the conversation, the country code is +233. So 2 weeks ago, we received these videos of people within the LAC community complaining that they have to wait in line for, you know, in long queues very early in the morning to answer to nature's call, because the public toilet available for them is just not enough to take that pressure, and they would rather even engage in open defecation. But according to their MCE, they are trying to get people in the community to sign on to this Gamma project that will enable them have toilets within their homes, so they don't have to always go to public toilets when they need to answer to nature's call. Again, if you're experiencing any problems in your community and you want us to draw the attention of policymakers to them, let us know. Take out your phone and record an up to 1 minute video and send that to our email, hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com. And of course, our WhatsApp line is 0550-585832. Now we'll go on to the Volta region, where farmers have concerns with rice farms in Aveyime. So we'll take a look at the videos we received and then we'll continue the conversation.
About 10 years now, I'm a prairie water worker, DVL. About 10 years now, well, the time the farm was going on, we are producing more rice. Our wives and our children are living in condition. But as 5 years now, the work has collapsed. In fact, we are suffering too much. Even as I'm speaking now, my wife has linked because of the work has collapsed. So I'm pleading our government, Honorable, how do I say it, President Nana Akufo-Addo, I'm begging you, please help us. Come to our aid and help us. We the people in North Town, we are suffering too much. We know you can do it, so we are begging you, come to our aid and help us. Thank you.
I'm here to speak about the water. The farm started 10 years now, but 5 years then the farm will last. Up to now, I'm speaking right now, the farm is not going on. There are more challenges in the farm over there. The farm is just lying over there. So some of us, we are here to farm some money. As I'm talking now, if we sell, we make the tea, if they come and buy the tea, the market women will not pay us. I'm speaking now to the Nana Akufo-Addo, the president of Ghana, to come and I'm begging him to come and look at our farm and do something for us so that our children can benefit from the farm. I'm speaking in the name of God.
So there you have it. People in Aveyime community asking for ways to be more productive. These are rice farmers, where on average they can produce more than they are currently producing, but because the plant in the area is no longer functioning, which is the Aveyime manufacturing plant, they have to now go back to selling to people in the communities, in the marketplaces, and they're just pleading for us to revive that plant so that they can be more productive. We have a freelance journalist, Carlos, there, who's going to help us really appreciate the problems of that community. Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Dziffa.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Please let us know exactly what's happening with this rice plant, and I think we see it behind you even.
Exactly, Dziffa. I'm standing right in front of the Espoir Quality Grains Company, popularly known as the Aveyime Rice Project, in the North Kong district of the Volta region. Now, the farm is known now as the Prairie Volta Limited. Dziffa, let me give you a brief background about this company. The company was first incorporated in Ghana in the 90s under the name Quality Grains Limited. Now, the company has about 750 hectares of irrigated farmland, and it employs up to about 1,000 direct and indirect workers. Apart from that, it also has the capacity to produce over 8,000 tons of paddy.
Looks like we are losing connection with Carlos there. We'll work on it and then come back to provide you more information. But pretty much when this plant was established, it was providing jobs to thousands of people. And beyond the jobs, it helped increase the productivity of these smallholder farmers. So why exactly has this plant not been functioning for years now? Where do we place it within government's developmental policies? Like one district, one factory. We import over $1 billion worth of rice into this country every single year. Meanwhile, we have the capacity to produce this rice locally. Unfortunately, our local rice farmers don't have the equipment to actually transform that raw rice into the refined rice that a lot of us have grown used to tasting every evening when we eat our jollof rice and our watches. A company like the Aveyime Rice plant has the potential to actually do that for them so that all of us can begin to consume local rice. Sometime last year, our reporter, Elvis Washington, broke this story on this abandoned project. That was all the way in November. It sparked the rice campaign, the Eat Local Rice campaign. A lot of us started eating local rice. Almost 1 year in, the factory is still in the state that it was in when Elvis Washington visited it last year. The people of the community have still not received any answers to their plea. They are not asking for handouts. They are not asking for us to feed them. All they are saying is, we want to move up that value chain. We don't want to continue producing less than we are capable of because we don't have an outlet to send those raw rice to. So if you were to revamp and revive this factory, we'll be more productive, we'll plant more rice, we'll have somewhere to send that rice to. Ghanaians will get access to high-quality local rice, and our economy as a whole will grow. Imagine if we were even able to get 30% of that $1 billion we send out of this country every year to import rice. We will all be better off. Carlos Kaloni is back now. Carlos.
Yeah, Dziffa. Yes. So, can you hear me, Dziffa?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, so as I said earlier, this company had to close down since 2015 due to a lot of factors. As a result, ex-workers and residents alike say that the non-functioning of this company is really, really having a lot of, or taking a lot of toll on their lives as they are unable to make ends meet. And so they are thus calling on Mr. President to, as a matter of urgency, take a second look at the Aveyime Rice Farm to revamp it so that they can get work to do and all that. So I have with me here a former worker who is also an opinion leader within the Aveyime Township. It's in the person of Mr. Kobe Daniel Saba. Okay. So he's briefly going to tell us how life was like when this company was running and how life is like now that the company is not functioning.
Okay.
So you are live on Citi TV.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what can you tell us about this company?
This company Unfortunately, in 1997, this quality allowed this company in this country and then cited at Aveyime here. I was fortunate to enter as a supplier in the company. So we worked up to only 2 years. Between 2 years, there was the company went to coma. The company cannot function again. So they went out. In 8 years after, 2004, the company came back and named Prairie Volta. Now, we were working, we cleared over 3,000 acres of land and preparing. When you sit down in those days, 2004 to 2008, groovy, people from wherever, Mansi, Tapradi, to come and buy rice here. And you find a rice 5 kg as 2 cities, 50 pesos. So, economical living was so beautiful. Our wives are selling KK, doing everything. But after the company went down, again in 2015, come and see the time. Shame, we are so sorry. So we are calling the government as a former worker. I'm still strong to work. I visited the president, DC, about 4 times. That he should call on the government. The government said 1 district, 1 factory. We already had a factory. What next? Just financial support so that they revamp the project and life go back to its normal. So I'm appealing to the government that they should go back to their promise. 1 factory, 1 district, 1 factory. So that we don't need any factory again. The factory was already 100 years. We don't need any cafe. NPP doesn't need any cafe. If this project will be river, we don't need any cafe.
So how is the life like for the ex-workers generally?
How? My brother, everybody is miserable. They don't know what. And, we were financially trapped. Financially trapped. Because the thing happened accidentally, unexpectedly. So we don't know what to do now.
So you work in this work. What actually is the problem?
My brother, go to the warehouses. Even if you enter the yard, tractor John Deere tractors 8, a dozer 7 dozers. All the equipment are.
So we will continue there to get a hold of Carlos, but as you can see there, not only are we robbing ourselves of the potential of feeding ourselves, which we said was very pivotal to our own development, thousands of people have lost jobs, people who are breadwinners of their families. I mean, imagine this man alone, when the company was functioning and flourishing, he could be able to take care of his wife, he would take care of his children. What will be their status now that it's not functioning? And we're saying that 1 district, 1 factory. The factory is already existing. What exactly is preventing us from reviving it, creating more jobs, getting a percentage of that $1 billion that goes out of the country each year to stay within this country? What that means is everyone in that value chain, from the rice farmer themselves to the aggregators, to people who are going to work on packaging and supplying them, every single person within that value chain will be employed. We're going to continue on to speak to some of the leaders in that community to see what they've done to solve these problems. Carlos, do you have some of the leaders of Aveyime with you? Carlos, do you hear me? Are the leaders there?
Hello, Dziffa. Yes, so sorry, we had a few challenges. But I have with me also here the chief of Aveyime.
Okay.
And he's in the person of Togbe Yaka. So he also wants to share with us how the closure of this company has affected its people.
Okay.
Togbe Yaka, you are live on Citi TV.
Thank you.
Okay. What can you tell us about the closure of this company and how it's affecting your people?
The closure of this factory has affected our people in diverse ways. As far as poverty is concerned, a lot of people have left the community for greener pastures elsewhere, and some have even lost their lives. Initially, when this factory was established, the town was bustling with activities, and people put money into their pocket. Now that the factory is no more, and we are living in poverty.
So what is your appeal to Mr. President?
My appeal to Mr. President is that he should not forget the agenda he set in establishing factories for all the villages. Actions speak louder than words. And therefore, we appeal to Mr. President to come to our aid, to revamp this factory, so that those of our children who have left the community can come back and work and live in peace.
Thank you very much, Ogbe. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you.
Thank you,
Dziffa,
Carlos. So we know that the assemblyman of that area wanted to speak on the issue, but we want to show that next week, because next week we'll be talking to the Ministry of Agriculture and Ministry of Trade as well. The reason why we're not talking to them today is because we want our viewers to appreciate the problem from the perspective of the people in that community themselves. So thank you so much, Carlos, for that report.
Thank you very much, Dziffa.
So there you have it. Next week, we'll be talking to the Ministry of Agriculture. We'll also be talking to the Ministry of Trade and Industry about exactly why we've not helped these rice farmers from the Ministry of Agriculture's perspective. If we are saying people should be eating local rice, buying made in Ghana goods, eating things that are produced here locally, why are we not assisting these rice farmers? And then from the Ministry of Trade and Industry, we're saying one district, one factory. This is a factory that used to provide jobs for people in the community, used to feed the entire nation. In our almost 4 years of being in government, what have we done to revive that factory so that Ghanaians can benefit from it? Again, if you have any issues in your community and you want to draw the attention of policymakers to it, you know what to do. Just take out your phone and record an up to 1 minute video and send that video to us at hellomrpresidenttv@gmail.com or our WhatsApp line 0550585832. And every Wednesday at 9:30, we'll show the world and the entire nation what you're experiencing and call on to those policymakers to answer to why they've not solved your problems for you. Hi there. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share with your friends.
This is Breakfast Daily on Citi TV.
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Join us for breakfast daily, only on Citi TV.